Hey there people of the internet, my name is Sivana and welcome to my studio. We're doing another Minichi drawing of a ghostly little doll that I am super excited about. I haven't done any spirit type Faezoan yet on this channel, so this is perfect for the first. And before we get started, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already. Give this video a like and share it with your friends. Now that's enough preamble, I don't really have anything else to preamble about, so let's just get into the drawing. So as a recap, or for anyone just tuning in to this series, I am making a creature collector game with animals and mythologies based mostly off of Michigan. The game and the region it takes place in is called Minichi, and it delves into a lot of the history of Michigan and its people. I have been taking a lot of inspiration from Ojibwe myths, legends, and customs, and one of these is the Odamia, the faceless doll. I was particularly interested in this tradition of making faceless dolls because I had never heard of faceless dolls before. I found it very, very interesting and wondered why they didn't have any faces. So I found an article talking about Carrie Morin McClary, an artist and fashion designer from Little Shell tribe of Chippewa Indians living in the Crow Reservation of South Central Montana. And she explains what her mother told her when she was a child and asked why the dolls didn't have any faces. When you're playing with your doll, you know how she feels, if she's happy or sad. And then another quote from an article by Denise E. Lindquist, an Anishinaabe woman, which is the Ojibwe word for the people. The story goes that the doll was admiring herself in the water and was given a warning about vanity, feeling like she was better than others. Another time she was admiring herself in the lake and a bird swooped down and took her reflection. This faceless doll is a reminder to not put yourself above another and to honor the 7 grandfathers' teachings of humility. There is probably a name in Ojibwe for this faceless doll, but I don't know it and it really doesn't matter as oftentimes the people who receive a doll name the doll. She also explains in her article that in art culture, if something is perfect, we must add a mistake somewhere as a lesson that no one is perfect. So I really like this, the fact that they make dolls without faces because you always know what your doll is feeling when you're playing with them, when you're telling stories with them. They don't need to have an expression because you know what the expression is. And also it's so you don't try to see yourself in this object because that can be a sign of vanity. And for all of this, I made Odamia, a spirit-type Faezoan. Odamia are spirits bound to a doll that was made for a young girl. The legend goes that when an inanimate doll is discarded for whatever reason, a spirit will then inhabit the body. Once the soul is bound to the doll, it cannot leave and it becomes an entirely new being. An Odamia. Odamia cannot breed or be made on purpose, and it is a mystery on what kind of spirit actually ends up inhabiting the doll. But they all turn out slightly mischievous, and seem to favor haunting people who show signs of vanity. I wanted to make a respectful representation of the Ojibwe tradition of these dolls, but also add in a little spookiness because, to be honest, faceless dolls are just kind of creepy, like things without faces that should have faces are creepy to me. Like that's what humans do, we look for recognition, we look for something familiar, and so if you don't see a face on something that should have one, it's really weird. And also, these are creatures that you're trying to befriend and be friends with, so it needed some semblance of a face, so I gave it a little smile. I also apparently forgot to I forgot to record when I redrew the design and made its hair into its hands. I just really like hair hands, I think they're cool, like hands made out of hair or using your hair as appendages. I always really liked that in media. So the idea for Odamia is that it is like a floating doll without any limbs, has a creepy face, no eyes, and then it uses its pigtails for hands. Which I modeled after the faceless doll's hair, how they are often put into these 2 tails, like down their shoulders, and are dressed in beads and such, so I put a beaded necklace and like a little belt around her dress. But anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's not my outro. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was kinda short, but this concept was just really simple and a very quick drawing for me. But I love it. I hope you love it. Tell me what you love about it. Tell me what you don't love about it. Just tell me things in the comments. Like and subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already. And as always, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.